Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Plastic and we're doing another MotoRush video today. So I'm going to be talking about the fastest accelerating cash bikes in MotoRush. I want to thank Scary Short Stories 07 for suggesting this. And no, don't worry, we're not talking about this guy back here. Aprilia Extranet. I would actually not consider this bike to be as fast as accelerating as people might think it is. So now today our contenders are the Kawasaki H2R, the Suzuki GSXR 750, the Suzuki Turbo Hayabusa, and the Agusta F4R. I feel like these are all very good contenders for the cash section, but if I have missed any that you guys feel like might be faster, please do let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know what you guys think, so let's get on with the video. So the first bike I want to talk about is the Suzuki GSXR 750. I'm not exactly sure which year this bike is, if you guys know. Maybe like 2009, something like that, maybe, I'm not sure. But it's overall a very interesting looking bike. The white, blue, and red, I think, really are just a nice touch. I've got the Akrapovic exhaust on the bike as well. It's got this nice little dashboard. Looks pretty clean, but I will let you guys decide whether or not you like this bike for yourselves. I think the only way we can really show off its speed is to really just take it out on the track. All right, and here is the drag strip. All right, and it has gotten a time of 10:06. So that's pretty fast for the drag strip, if I do say so myself. Alright, next up is the Agusta F4R. This one kind of surprised me when I was racing with it. It's actually not bad, and I really like the white with the red and black accents on the bike. I believe I have the stock exhaust on this bike actually. I don't think I've done much of this bike at all. It's got a nice little dashboard. Yeah, I think, as usual, to the drag strip. All right, and here is the drag strip. All right, and this one got 11:06. So this one is actually slower than the Suzuki GSXR 750, which keeps the 750 in the first place slot. So unfortunately, the F4 is no longer in the contenders. Let's move on to the next bike. Next up is a returning bike that we've had at least twice on the channel now. The Suzuki Turbo Hayabusa. The Turbo Hayabusa is, I don't know, it's becoming one of my more favorite bikes because I just have to keep coming back to it almost every single time that I make videos on MotoRush. But here's the little walk around for it. It's got the, well, I have the orange fairings on the bike, and I believe I have the default exhaust. There are better bikes, depending on what you're looking for, but I do feel like this one could potentially beat the 750, so I think we should give this one a shot and see what it does on the track. All right, and here is the drag strip. All right, and that got a time of 11:06, which I believe is the exact same as the F4. Looks like the Suzuki 750 is still at the top and is still winning. All right, and of course, last but not least, the H2R. Now to start, we have the green, the basic liveries for this. We got the carbon on there. The dashboard is okay. The dashboard looks a little strange. I feel like they could definitely improve on that. They could probably change some things, make it look a little bit better, but regardless, even though the numbers don't fit, it's still fine. And I believe I have the default exhaust on this one as well. So let's go ahead and go and take this on the drag strip. All right, and that got a time of 9:42, which if I'm not wrong, I believe puts this in first place. So that means that overall the H2R is the fastest accelerating cash bike in the game. And I am testing all these bikes on the semi-automatic mode and not the auto mode, as you can see here. So just keep that in mind. If you haven't given semi-automatic a shot already, I would really suggest doing that because it might make you just a little bit faster. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.